Yes, Yoga Nidra is a very powerful agent of change, but it's amazingly subtle in its power. You know, it's not this kind of big power. It's just, it does something very special. And so it really helps us with that path towards change, which is more towards who we really are. It's not something different. It's not anything kind of invented. It's just removing all the obstacles and all the fuzziness that gets in the way of us really being ourselves. So we begin with the bell. And we're going to sit comfortably as possible. And let's just lift the shoulders up, breathing in. At the end of a busy day, just release some tension, some surface tension, breathing in. Shoulders go right up to the ears and then out through the mouth. Good. Breathing in, squeezing them up one more time. Hold the breath in for a second and then release out through the mouth. We'll roll the shoulders back a few times just to give ourselves a little bit of a massage, just to encourage those shoulders to open up. You feel how you squeeze into the neck a little bit and into the back, and it's very warming as well. You know, if you're feeling a little bit chilly, so soon warm up and taking them forward. And actually also you'll find, you know, in the winter months the joints tend to get a bit stiffer, tend to get a little bit more insular. So it's really important to combat that, to contradict that kind of inward going. It's important to go inward in some sense, but not to kind of close up. That's a difference. And take the fingers, stretch up, push the hands up to the ceiling, extend and lift the crown to the ceiling, and feel the bottom end of that line is the base of the spine going down into the earth. Just enjoy the expression of your body, the expansion, the extension, but with the breath. Never push. You don't need to push. We just have the breath to help us, and then it's naturally, body just expands. It's much more interesting when we do take this approach. And when we do this with the body, and this comes into our life, everything we do on the mat in our practice will come into our life. One more breath in, expand, and breathing out, bringing the hands down. Interlink the fingers in front of the body, breathing in. And as you breathe out, take the hands away, drop the head down, really feel the hands are going forwards, the chest is going backwards, back of the neck is relaxed, let the head fall, and the center of the back between the shoulder blades is pulling back away from the hands. We're creating a big space between the hands and the heart, but they're connected. Palms of the hand and the heart are very much connected. One more breath in. And release, slowly release, slowly release. Lift the head up. Yeah. And we interlink the fingers behind the body. And again, make the neck nice and long. So by doing that, we tuck the chin in, looking down at the ground, breathing into the chest. Shoulders go back, and as you breathe out, the hands go back, and they start to lift up behind you a little bit. Chest is going forwards. So there's lots of space that we're creating in the front of the shoulder. Very important to open this space, encouraging the chest and the heart to open, increasing the space inside the chest, increasing the space for the lungs. Yeah. Expanding the breath capacity. When we expand the breath capacity, we feel that more spacious, much more spacious than our whole self. And then one more breath in, and release the breath on the out breath. Release the body, release the hands. Yeah, release the palms together, and then just shake them off. Anything we don't need there. Yeah. And take the hands onto the knees. Give the knees a little bit of a rub. Knees always could do with a little bit more love and attention. They're a very complex joint, and we want to always take care of them. So breathing in, lift the chest, sitting tall as if you're sitting against a wall. You should feel those abdominals contract a little, breathing in. As you breathe out, you're going to lean forwards. We're going to warm the lower back up. And as you breathe in, you're going to lean back. And breathing out, leaning forwards. So always remembering we're approaching this with care and caution, being kind, making kind effort. Kind effort is a great phrase to be led by in our practice. Kind effort. We make effort, but it's really mindful and loving. So I'm making this effort to take care of myself and as an expression of love towards myself. And coming back to the center. Breathe in, lift. Remember to be really long in the body. Keep that integrity of the spine, and breathing out as you lean forwards, but keeping that back upright and keeping the back of the neck upright, so the whole of the body here is staying steady. We have this beautiful stability in our center. Everything is moving. So it's a good, again, we practice this physically, and then we can have a sense of this in our lives, having a steady center, having a stable, steady center. So everything that's happening around us, all the chaos and all the chaos within as well, has a center which is still and calm. Breathing out as you lean forwards, breathing in as you lean back, coming back to center. Let's place the left hand on the left side. Breathing in, extend up to the right. Really feel that extension through the right side of the body, breathing in, and then breathing out, leaning over the body, bending into that left elbow, as if you're going to reach the floor on the other side. But looking up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm, just finding that point where, okay, that's where it starts to get a bit uncomfortable, not pain. And then we just breathe out, so make it more comfortable. Breathing in, create space. Breathing out, just relaxing and releasing. Use the inhale to lift you up, easy. And breathing out, lower that arm down. Rest the right hand on the ground. Breathing in, extend up to the left, watching that hand float up. And breathing out, reaching over the body. So we find this, as we practice with real care and attention, we start to find this quality of the body responding to us. Rather than us pushing the body into the shape we want, we find the body just responds, and it just expands and becomes more comfortable and at ease. It's a natural state. Breathing in, lifting up, fingertips lift up, breathing out, the arm comes down. Take the hands forwards. It may be that you'll just have your fingertips on the ground in front of you. That's okay, just as long as you make some kind of contact with the ground. And it could be that you can walk your hands forward. So walk the hands as far forward as you can comfortably go. And once you're as far forward as you can, then you're going to anchor the hands there and then drop the head down and pull the tail as if you're going to drive your base of your spine into the ground. So we're expanding, particularly in the back ribs there, which you can breathe into and expand. Breathing in to the back ribs, expand your wings, and breathing out, release. Breathe out everything, empty out. It's a daring action to completely empty oneself of air. It's a brave and faithful action. We trust that there is a next in-breath coming in, and magically it does. We don't even have to draw it in or suck it in, it just happens. So again, it's a good practice to feel this, acknowledge this. And then we bring the body back up, walk it back up. And we do the opposite of that by taking the hands behind you, fingers pointing forwards. Lift and open the chest. So we're just doing the complete opposite. We've opened up the back, now we open up the front. So really feel that you're lifting your chest so you can open the whole front of your body, get the waist and the belly long and expanded. But you don't need to throw the head back. In fact, keep the neck nice and straight. That's a nice feeling. And come back to seated. And thinking about the neck, let's give some attention to the neck. Lift the right arm up. Take the hand into the back of the neck. You'll see the fingers come around to the left and just rest below the left ear. So you can feel just the edge of the skull there. Lifting and keeping that right elbow elevated. Breathe in. And on the out breath, just let the head fall down, the chin reaches the chest. You're holding that neck nice and firmly but not but comfortably. And then you'll find slowly, as you relax the arm, the weight of the arm onto the back of the head, your nose just starts to point towards your left knee. And you're looking at your left knee there. So what we're doing in effect here is lengthening through the left side of the neck, but with ease, with care, and with gentle holding. And this is encouraged with our breath. So breathe freely, openly, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Just breathing and feeling. Just take an extra breath in and out just to really release this neck. And use the inhale, the next inhale, to slowly lift the head up to center. Release the neck with the hand. Notice how that feels. Oh yeah, whoa. Head feels kind of floaty, right? So reaching up for the left hand. And reaching into the back of the neck. Fingers are now on the right side, just below the right ear. Lift the chest, sit up tall. Inhaling, and as you breathe out, just let that fall, the head fall. We're going to just release the back of the neck down. Feel the weight of the head coming down. And then the arm, the weight of the arm, so that the head starts to turn. The nose is pointing directly at the right knee. Relax that right arm so the right shoulders just relax down. And naturally, easily, and with support, we lengthen and release tension in the neck, particularly in the right side on this occasion. Breathing. And the breath will be the bridge to that, the breath. And the breath keeps our mind focused on what we're doing as well. So it's a connection, it's the bridge. The breath is the bridge from the body, between the body and the mind. It's the communication between the body and the mind. Use the inhale to come up slowly, back up to seated, back up to sitting tall. Release that arm. Just have a little wriggle around, see how that feels. Let's extend the legs now. Comfortably, not too wide. Again, just move the body a little bit. And we're going to come into this lion that I like so much. So we breathe in, releasing anything. So we might have gathered up a few things. Let's see if we can release and let go of anything that's in the way for us tonight. Breathing in. On the out breath, claws go out, strong. Tongue comes out. This rasping sound in the throat, and eyes are really wide, like very fierce. Gather yourself, gather your energies. Good. Try that again, breathing in. You know what, we're going to do one more for luck. Releasing. So empty out everything you don't need, okay? Just throw that all out. Good. Again, just rub the knees, rub the legs. That feels good. Bring the legs together, hug the knees. Let the back round. Hold on to the knees here. Okay, good shape. Breathe in through the nostrils, let the face fall to the knees, and sigh out through the mouth. Good. Breathe in through the nostrils, and sigh out through the mouth. And from here, just let the knees fall to the sides, so that the soles of the feet come together. And we'll just gently affect the hips here, holding on to either the ankles or the toes. We'll do a little butterfly here, just gently allowing the knees just to flutter, but keep that back upright. So always the integrity of the spine is there. So we train the spine to be strong and upright and self-supporting. By that I mean the front and the back working together. So the more we do this in our practice and put our mind to it, the more it just starts to become second nature. And you'll find actually sitting slumped starts to become uncomfortable. Initially, you know, sitting up straight might feel uncomfortable because it's not what we're used to. It's an upright, open, lively spine. Just fluttering, and then just let those knees stop. And enjoy that release that's happening in the hips. It might be tiny, it might be minuscule, it might be a millimeter, but it will just soften a little bit. Keeping that chest lifted, shoulders back, back of the neck long. Knees are coming down slowly with the out breath. And then we just bring the knees back up gently. And again, just round the back, hug the knees, bring the face to the knees. And just enjoy holding yourself like a little tiny seed. And it's an interesting time for planting seeds. If you have new intentions, this is the perfect time. It's a new moon tonight. So planting seeds, new ideas, perfect time for that. Let's just stretch the legs out, bounce the knees up and down a little bit. Sit in Dandasana again, bringing the legs together, toes pointing to the ceiling. Let's take the fleshy part back a little bit. Bring the hands either side, pressing into the ground. Lift the chest away so you really feel that strong belly, firm back. Remember, the strong back, firm back that you can lean into. And the soft front, engaged belly there. Open heart. Looking at the big toes there, back of the neck is long. Keep lifting the chest, keep pressing the hands down, keep taking the shoulders forwards as the chest comes forward. No, sorry, the shoulders go back as the chest goes forwards. Good. And just wriggle the toes, maybe spread them out. See if you can make those toes spread out like little sunshines. Breathe. Expanding the chest on that inhale, and then just release everything on the exhale. How good that feels. I'm going to lay the body down slowly now. So extend the fingers towards the toes. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils as we slowly lower the body down. We're just laying it down. Breathing in and out, making that effort to engage the abdominals lightly, but we keep the softness by breathing in and out continually. And then once you're down, let everything go. Enjoy that released feeling, relaxing the abdominals. Okay. Just lying for a couple of moments there. Take a breath in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. We'll just bend both the knees, bring them up to the chest, hug the knees, and let's just make a circle on the ground and a circle with the knees. One hand on top of each kneecap, drawing a circle with the knees, keeping the knees together, breathing in. We're just drawing a circle. And you're also drawing a circle on the ground with the back. Breathing in as you take the knees away, breathing out as you draw the knees in. They go in one direction. Good. With the breath, in time with your breath. And then we go in the other direction, and you can maybe try it without the hands, see how that feels. Really feel those abdominals working when you go without the hands. But it's supported, your back is supported in this position, so it's an ideal opportunity. Or you can hold on to the knees if that's preferable. Remember to keep the movement in time with the breath. So the inhale, the knees come out, the exhale, the knees come into the body. And just hug the knees once more, extend the legs up to the ceiling, arms up to the ceiling, rotate the wrists and ankles. Enjoy that weight you're taking off the legs. Feel the freedom and lightness of the limbs in one direction and then the other direction with the wrists and ankles. Enjoy the legs and arms, the wrists and ankles. Hug the knees once more. And then we're going to come into a happy baby. This is a great position because there's a lot of freedom in it. So we take the hands between the knees here and take hold of either the ankles or the feet, or if you can reach, you can get the first two fingers and hook them around the big toes there and hold them there. And then once you're here, there's like a lot of freedom here to play around, seeing how that feels for you. Sometimes it's just nice to rock side to side. Sometimes it's nice to play around. But make a connection. Feel the connection between where your back is touching the ground, moving around, noticing what needs to be moved, moving slowly and carefully and breathing. Just play around within your range of movement. And the lovely thing about this is it's called the happy baby because you see, this is what babies do, right? And they don't move in straight lines. They just move freely and whatever feels happy making for the body. Moving the legs. And you feel there's a lot of space you can create in the sacrum, in the pelvis. And it feels good to get in contact with that part of the body. So a lot of rigidity can come into that area. Breathing all the time. And then hugging the knees once more. Give them a squeeze. Placing the soles of the feet on the ground. Moving bridge. So feet are close to the buttocks, bring them close in as you can. And there's space between the feet and they are parallel. Okay. The space is about hips width, so you should find your heels just in line with the buttocks there. So the hands can have space here either side of the body. And we're going to start just by rocking the pelvis a little bit. We're going to start on that micro movement, but it's very key. These smaller movements can be really powerful. Keep the chin tucked in, tightly to the chest. And we're just going to rock the pelvis back and forth. And if you're still not sure, because you may not be able to see that small movement that I'm doing, and a good way of feeling this is you breathe in, you relax, and allow that space to come underneath. You'll feel the back start to lift off the ground as you breathe in. And the belly kind of pushes out as you inhale. And as you exhale, you press that back into the ground, and you naturally feel the abdominals contract. They have to push that back into the ground. And then you'll find that you can also incorporate the pelvic floor, or mula bandha, drawing up the pelvic floor. A similar feeling to stopping yourself going to the toilet. And then you relax it all on the in-breath, and we're just rocking that back and forth. Breathing in, expansion, relaxation. Breathing out, engagement, pressing the back, drawing in those deep abdominals, those transverse abdominals, and drawing up the pelvic floor. In this little area, this is this trinity, the lower back, the deep abdominals, and the pelvic floor. We use these together, we've got a powerhouse going on. And if we practice this, like we are now with the breath, it encourages these elements to work together. It strengthens them, but it also is kind of repatterning. So we start to use them together harmoniously, which is super strong. If you engage these areas together, it really is a firm foundation, strong stability. But we're just releasing, and it's exercising these areas as well to make them stronger when we engage. So from this, we can use as a starting point for coming into the moving bridge, dynamic bridge. So keep the chin tucked in, hands on the ground. Breathing in, you're going to lift the hips off the ground, lift them as high as you can, and then breathing out, roll the spine down. I mean, as high as you can is within your comfortable range, because we're coming up and down. You don't have to go to full height immediately. You can just go to, okay, that feels okay for me now. But really mindful. Without the focus of the mind and the breath, we're not really practicing yoga. We're just kind of moving the body around. So becoming more aware of what our mind is doing and directing it, giving it a purpose, then we start to become much more powerful. Rather than the mind being powerful over us, we're using it as a tool. It's a powerful tool, the mind, but a very poor master. So we practice breathing in. You're going to open the front of the body. The knees are going away from you. The chest is coming towards your chin. And then we roll down. It's rolling down from the top down to the bottom. Enjoy that lovely snaky-like spine. Keeping the legs, the thighs strong and stable, even. Opening the fronts of the hips there. Just rolling up and down. Make this the last one, maybe. All the way up with the in-breath. And then down, rolling down slowly. Slowly, slowly. And then hugging the knees to counter pose and just to lengthen that lower back. So we're moving in the opposite direction. This is what a counter pose is. So we're doing a back bend. So we do this is not a forward bend, but we're bending the back in a different opposite direction to bring it back into equilibrium. Maybe have a little rock and roll again there. And we take the arms out to the sides, palms flat down, breathing in. And as you breathe out, you're going to lower your knees down to the left and take the head over to the right. And we're just going to rest there for a couple of breaths. And just let the legs relax. It'll take a couple of breaths for the legs to relax down to the left. And the head's going right over to the right. So we've got to create this lovely twist, simple twist, easy lying twist. And the weight of the body, the gravity and the breath is doing the work for you. So it's all about letting go again. It's always about letting go. And maybe that's a difficult thing, when we think about letting go, we feel that we've got to get rid of it. But it's actually just loosening the grip. loosening the grip, and usually things just fall away of their own accord. Breathe deeply. Use the next inhale to bring the head to center, lift the knees back up onto the chest. Just see how that feels for a second. Take a moment, breathe in. And on the out breath, lower the knees slowly down to the right. So make sure they're not floating in the air. Make sure they're just relaxed. They might need to straighten out a little bit. That's okay. Take the head right over to the left, looking down that left arm, or even closing the eyes. That's okay. So head is going in one direction, knees are going in the other direction. Arms are out to the sides. And breathe into this. Yeah, try closing the eyes and seeing how that feels with that more inward focus, breathing in. Feeling the spine with your breath. Connecting with that energy. So we have that physical aspect, the spine, the physical spine. We have the energetic. We have the nervous system. We have the energetic, which is the more subtle. The prana, the energetic system. Now using the inhale to lift your knees to center, lift your head to center. Hug the knees. Have a little rock and roll. Good. Okay, slowing down now. Yeah, we're almost there. So we slide the legs away. We give ourselves a full extension, point the toes, expand the body on the ground. Just give the abdominals a bit of a stretch, a bit of a release. Breathe. Maybe just stretching the limbs away from the center, maybe pushing the left heel away, and maybe extending the right arm away as you inhale. Then maybe extending the left arm away as you inhale, releasing on the exhale. Then we're pushing the right heel away as you inhale, then releasing. So we're just kind of extending and freeing up the body, just extending each of the limbs away from the center, whatever way feels good to you. At the same time, you kind of give your back a little bit of a jiggle on the ground, a little bit of a rub on the ground. Leaving the arms there on the ground, and we'll just breathe a few times, breathing in through the nostrils. As you breathe out through the nostrils, lift the arms up through the air, moving through space steadily and evenly, and reaching the ground either side of the body, breathing out. And the inhale begins. We'll do a couple more of these, breathing in. So the arms are moving for the full in-breath, and they reach the ground at the end of the in-breath. There's a tiny moment of suspense, of pause, and then the out-breath begins. The arms come forward. Slow, steady, and even, and the arms reach the floor. Just at the end of the out-breath, there's a tiny suspended moment of pause, and then there's the in-breath. It's slow and steady and even. And it's not a strong breath, it's just a slow, steady breath. And the key to slow, deep breath is breathing out fully, emptying out. Just at the arms, once your arms are beside you again, just rest them there. Let the arms roll out to the side. If you need to cover yourself with a blanket or put your socks on or anything like that, this is the moment to do that. So gather your blanket. You might also want to put a cushion or a rolled up mat or something underneath your knees. Definitely put some socks or warmer clothes on to get nice and cozy for the Yoga Nidra. Okay. So we're settling down, covering ourselves. Take all the time you need to get yourself comfortable. So it's comfortable so that you can remain still and the body can be still and quiet without any extra movements. So do any last bits of fidgeting, moving, straightening the blanket, covering the body, making yourself warm. And letting your body settle. Gradually let the body settle. Take your time. Getting ready for Yoga Nidra, lying in Shavasana, the corpse posture, allowing the body to drop. Feet are apart, letting them flop out to the sides. Arms slightly away from the body, palms facing the ceiling. Adjusting, last few adjustments, so that you can practice Yoga Nidra without moving and without any physical discomfort. Closing the eyes if they're not already closed and keeping them closed throughout the practice. Taking your focus inwards. Back of the neck is nice and long on the ground. You might want a folded up blanket or a small cushion. It shouldn't be too high up. It should just be so the neck is in line with the spine. So the practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. And these are the only important factors. So we say to ourselves now, I will not sleep. I shall only listen to the voice. So all you have to do is listen to the voice and the directions and feel how your body feels and allow your body to relax. Give yourself some time to become calm and steady. Just let everything settle. Let the body settle, let the breath settle. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe in, feel calmness spreading throughout the body. And as you breathe out, say to yourself mentally, relax, release, let go. Become aware of sound. Become aware of the sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing operate like a radar beam, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound, without attempting to identify the source. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds outside your building, and then to sounds inside your building. And the sounds inside the space, the room you're in, and the sounds of your own body. Now develop your awareness of the room, the space you're in, without opening your eyes. Visualize the walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of the natural breath. Become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. But without concentrating too hard, without interfering with the natural process. Just watching the breath coming and going. The breath is taking care of itself. And keep on listening to my voice and know that you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. This is the time to make your resolve, a simple resolve, a simple sankalpa. Please state your resolve clearly with feeling and awareness 3 times to yourself. And we'll return to this later on in the practice. So now we come to the rotation of consciousness, rotating your consciousness through the different centers of the body. As quickly as possible, the awareness moves from point to point. So you can mentally repeat the body part as I say them after me, whilst you simultaneously become aware of that body part. The practice always begins with the right side of the body. So we begin our rotation of consciousness with the right hand, bringing your attention to the right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Left side of the body, the left hand. Bring your attention to the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the back of the body, the back of the body. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade. Right buttock, left buttock. The length of the spine. The whole of the back together. Bring your attention to the front of the body. Bring your attention to the top of the head. The forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen. Bring your attention to the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head, together, legs, arms, back, front, head, together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Develop awareness of the whole body and become aware of the space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and this space that is occupied by your body, body and space. Become aware of the whole body and the floor, the whole body in relation to the floor. And at the same time, become aware of the meeting points of the body and the floor. These are very subtle physical points between body and floor. Feel the meeting points between the back of your head and the floor, shoulder blades and the floor, the elbows and the floor, the back of the hands and the floor, the buttocks and the floor, the calves and the floor, the heels and the floor. Awareness of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. The sensation of all points simultaneously, evenly. Carry on feeling these points clearly and distinctly. Switch your attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line of meeting between the eyelids, between the upper and lower eyelids. Feel the sharp points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips, the space between the lips. From the lips we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. On exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of the respiration. Navel to throat, throat to navel. Without trying to force the breath, just awareness. Maintain your awareness. Following the rise and fall of your breath from navel to throat and back again. Total awareness of breathing. The breathing is slow and relaxed. Bring your awareness to the following sensations. Awaken the feeling of heaviness. Awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body. The weight of the body. The feeling of heaviness in the whole body. Become aware of the weight of every single part of the body. You're feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness, of weightlessness in the body. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. So light it is. Awareness of lightness. The experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in the body. Imagine you're walking on a cold floor in the winter with bare feet. Your feet feel very cold. You feel cold all over. The experience and sensation of cold in the body. Awareness of coldness. Awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. The whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling and sensation of heat in the summer when you're out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over the body. Heat all around the body. Heat inside the body. Awareness of heat. Awaken the experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain you have experienced in your life, mental or physical. Recollect the feeling of pain. Allow it. Explore it. And feel it. A real feeling of pain. Recollect the feeling of pleasure. Any kind of pleasure, physical or mental. Recollect this feeling of pleasure and relive it, allow it, make it vivid and real. Awaken the feeling of pleasure throughout the body and feel it for real. A real feeling of pleasure. Check that you are awake and notice if you are drowsy or sleepy. And say to yourself, I am awake, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Now with your inner vision, bring to mind the following imagery. Imagine yourself walking through a field of green and golden grass. The sun is shining. A cool breeze wafts the air. Birds are calling sweetly from the trees. You come to a well in a field of flowers. There is a lovely fragrance in the air, and butterflies play follow the leader amongst themselves. Visualize yourself going down the well, using whatever means you find necessary to do this. Climbing down the well. The bottom of the well is dark, but from a tunnel there comes a faint light. Enter that tunnel. It goes down a slope, around a corner, up another slope, and then turns back on itself. You come into a big cave. There is a flaming light. Go over to that light and inspect it more closely. Within that light is a golden egg. Very, very small, bright, golden egg. From the golden egg, 3 streams of light project towards you. One to the left eye, one to the right eye, and one to the eyebrow center. Gaze steadily at the golden egg and become aware of these streams of light. Now leave the golden egg and go back through the cave. Go quickly up the well and out into the field of golden grass. Once again, feel the warmth of the sun and the cool breeze blowing on your face. Bring your awareness back to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. Watch the darkness that you see before you very carefully, with detachment. Do not become involved. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. If any subtle phenomena manifests, For example, colors or patterns, symbols or images. Simply take note of these and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and go. But continue watching the dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now remember your resolve, your sankalpa. Bring that to mind and repeat the same resolve you made at the beginning of the Yoga Nidra practice, in the same words and with the same attitude. Repeat your resolve now 3 times clearly, with feeling and emphasis. Imagine you're planting a seed that will inevitably grow, flourish, and bear fruit. Pranamidam, Pranamidam, Pranat Pranam, Udashate, Pranasya, Pranamidaya, Pranamiva Vasashate. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breathing. Become aware of your physical existence, developing your awareness of your physical existence, becoming aware of your arms and your legs and your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and the floor. Start to develop your awareness of the room, the space you're in, the walls, the ceiling, the noises in the room, the noises outside the room. Take your mind out, become completely external once more. And just lying quietly for a few moments with your eyes closed, giving yourself time to transition from the inside to the outside space. Start moving your body and stretching yourself. Please take your time, do not hurry. Give yourself some stretches, breathe a little deeper. And when you're sure that you are wide awake, allow yourself just to slowly and easily sit up and open your eyes in your own time. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. Coming back slowly and gradually. Slowly and gradually and easefully. Just taking a notice of the space around you, taking the mind out, feeling the body, moving the body, feeling your outside edges, just rubbing the body, bringing some warmth and energy into our surfaces, whole body, like have a little bit of a, give yourself a little bit of a shower, shower of love and attention, looking at the body. Yeah, this interface surface of the world, and then rub the palms together, create some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Yeah, and place that warmth and energy over the heart center. And we come back to the heart. Reminder to come back to the heart, a regular abode. And at this time of new moon, we also bring to mind people we love, maybe people we care about, people we feel might be in need of some healing, some love, some special attention. It might be one person, it might be more than one person. And bring them into your mind, bring them into your heart, really imagine them. They could be living or not living. And send warmth and love from your heart to theirs. And relax. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice and for your attention.